Hey guys, Shauna from Infinity Readings here. I am in tonight to do the male cancer single reading. I've had a lot of glitches in my videos. Audio went funny. It overlapped on the cancer male, so I couldn't, I'm not going to redo it. I thought, no, I'll go live and get it out quickly. So we'll see what we come up with. So this will be over the period of time from November, December, January, the winter season of 2018 into 2019. So that's the time span we're talking about here. So I have 5 decks I deal from, and we just go into the love, romance, and intimate areas. If you have any problems or blocks, I'm hoping to show those so that we can get rid of them or highlight them so that you can see them and work on them, partner or no. So hopefully these will help you in your way forward somehow in your personal, private areas. Okay. I'm in a weird mood. Okay, so I'm just going to start off here and get moving. So again, Cancer male single for the winter of 2018. Okay, this is your reading. Okay, so we start off general energies. What's this guy going through? 3 of Wands. He is focused on the future. We're looking forward. We're waiting for our ships to come in. So if we're single, we're looking forward, waiting for something to walk through our door that is somewhat enticing, right? Looking forward to that. Okay, that's really all I'm getting from that card. Next card I get is the King of Swords. Yeah, he's not too happy when he's doing this. So this could be hangover from the last relationship or one that we're dabbling in. I feel like there might be some Cancer males out there that are dabbling somewhat and just not happy with what's floating around in their arena there. Okay. So yeah, next card, 2 of Cups, right next to the Cantankerous Swords. Now we're talking about air signs, so that's a little off. This guy's a water. And I feel like, a minute here. I feel like he's gone through some crap here and he's processing, and like he is really in his head. He has bursted. He's bursted already. Like he's come apart at the seams on somebody. I feel like it's a past partner or maybe one that kind of, like I said, floated through his view here. Now we get the 2 of Cups. Now 2 of Cups is about a heart-centered connection here. Very deep, very loving, very friendly. I mean, we feel like we're in the friend zone. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, friendship is what I'm getting. So what's going on? Next card is Justice. So these are the general energies. Okay, so we're waiting for something in the future. I feel like this is really what he's focused on. I feel like he's been pissed off by a partner. May have had a partner here he had deep feelings for, that he was in a situation that he had to either let go, or I feel like the mood here, whenever we have this guy, he's in a mode where he's always, there's something happened. We had a blowout, and I don't feel it's coming. I feel like he had the blowout and the relationship, whatever, had to be sacrificed. So there's something here. He could be just looking toward the future for a mate, someone that he's in a deeper connection with. It's kind of the sense I'm getting here. I can't link that connection back. I feel like what's happened is he's been in a mode where he's picked up on some stuff, but just not deep enough, for what he's searching for. And the Justice is here just hovering, saying, yeah, they're going, this guy has been through a lot, and he's kind of get the short end of the stick everywhere he goes. Kind of gets booted out. So the Justice is here saying, we will get it. I mean, in a good way. We're going to get payback here, but he's getting frustrated because he's not seeing that. in any shape or form. And that's what's going on. He's looking for a mate, and he's looking to the future to find it. And the seems like he's getting the idea here. I seem like I got no justice for me. Like, what the hell? I'm like, almost like I want to give up, but he's deep down, he knows that's not, but he's just very highly frustrated by the whole process here. It's like, why? I'm being good and right and just, and all I get is crapped on, right? All I get is crap. So the next row, move into things a little deeper here. We have the world. So the world is about cycles that finish. Feeling on top of the world is not the sense I get here from this man. So I feel like it's more about completions here. This man is coming to a stage in his singleness, okay, where he is, I feel like he's gotten some epiphanies about, or maybe will come across, okay, because they're going, we're in the midst here of figuring things out, maybe cycles within the relationships that he has had, okay. So being single may give him some time here to rest and autopsy everything to a degree where we're coming up with, I'm getting a direct line to a loop that he's been in. And it's kind of, I'm getting a sense here, the single life is kind of like, yeah, I don't even want, I do in my heart place, I want a pair. But at this point in time, I feel like definitely up until Christmas, he is really ticked at the situation of really wanting to go in another way. He's just not going to do it. He's not feeling it right now. So I feel like the world is really him standing outside of a relationship or outside of any possible relationship at this point and really figuring things out to a high degree. I feel like that's what this man is doing. The next card we get is the Seven of Pentacles, and that's, that's putting in hard work. We have put in the hard work, and the universe is going, yes, bring out the justice, because this is what we deserve. So don't, if you're thinking about going in a relationship and flattening things, it's not going to help. And they're going, no, this man is not going to do that. He'd rather stay by himself, and this is good. Because he's done his work. He needs to get rewarded, but he has to realize some things first. And that's what's going on here, is that we have tilled the soil, we've put seeds in, we've watched it grow, we've tended it, we've watered it, we've cared for things, but then, this is where it falls apart. Now, that does not mean all that work was in vain. May not be with that person or those people in those relationships, but it will pay off in a future relationship forward, okay? So this is the hope for the future. Now, the Seven of Cups is the confusion this man has to go through to figure it all out. He is really looping in a cycle, or has looped in a cycle, and he has not figured out his, he's not connected the dots yet. And they're going, oh, we just have to spend some time. And this man is on the road to spend some time by himself. That's what he's going to do. That's what's highlighted. And that's why he's feeling the way he's feeling. Like, I don't want nothing. Stay away from me. I'm in a mode here. I got to figure things out. So ultimately, in his pissiness, he is just going to come across the answers, unbeknownst to him. Not really searching, just ruminating about all that's happened. So the Seven of Cups is really about the confusion state that I feel like he's in now, from November, December, early December. When he starts lifting out of that, will be after that point. Because the confusion is like, I don't get it. I give everything and I get nothing in return. Like, there's got to be a point here where something's kicking in. Like, he really is at the point where he's frustrated with the process. Like, why do I have to be good anymore? I'm good, and then I get crapped on, and that's the whole process here. Is he's not seeing the justice of it all. Okay, so that's a confusion. What is this? I put all this work in and nothing's going on. And then the next card, the Page of Wands, and that's that thought process, right? That's what we're gonna do. We are gonna sit by ourselves, think about all that has happened, and we are going to start to put together all the pieces that We needed two to get the answers here. The answers are going to come. We're going to feel like we're on top of the world. Why? Because we're going to feel like we're in somewhat of a control position. He's feeling very much right now, and until maybe the beginning of December here, it's kind of out of control. Like, I've given everything I got. I can't, you give no more, blah, blah, and nothing is showing promise. So when he gets into the Page of Wands zones where we're thinking about what is it here that I've done, what has happened, why has it happened, and I feel like he's going to go back a few relationships and he's going to start to see the link. He's going to see, you know, this one did that, I did this, and that one I did this, and this one did that. He's going to really put it all together, and when he does that, it's all going to make sense, and then he will gain progress forward. Okay, he will start to you know, connect the dots, but it'll be all, that's what's going to rise him above everything, is autopsying the relationship. I say that every time. You really do have to process it on the mental level, and then take those lessons in your heart and as you move forward. So yeah, the world really, he will be sitting on top of the world after Christmas when he spends some time, because he's put all this hard work in. He's confused why he's not getting no rewards. Well, when he sits and thinks about it, puts it all together, it's going to become very clear to him what's going on. Okay. So as I move into the sex side of things here, I put the Lenormand in, kind of break things up. First card we get there is 41, the Well, which is not good. Well, there's good sides to it, right? So 41, the Well, there's a lot of stuff here that it could be about. Now, the sun is shining. The well, you dig up things. It's kind of like you've hit the bottom of the barrel. There's nowhere to go but up. And that's kind of this guy. He's thinking, you know, I'm single. I've had it. I've had enough of this. So he really has nowhere to go. He's single. He's lost the relationships he's had. And there is nowhere to go but not single, finding a partner, right? So, but in a sense here, I feel like he's hesitating in that way, and that is for the growth forward. But also the sense is that, you know, the sun is breaking behind there, right? So we got to get to a point where we're looking at things a little more brighter, more brightly. Yeah, he's not looking at things with a clear head. And that's part of the process too here. Once he gets through realizing, you know, I have nowhere to go here but up. I'm by myself, da da da. And again, I don't feel him rushing out to get a partner. I just feel him being highly frustrated. So 41 is saying, you know, there is an up here, and that's the only place we're going to go is up, because the only place we can go is to get a partner. We are by ourselves, and then we will get one. And when we do, it will be brighter and the sun will shine and da da da. So there's just a sense here, and I feel like that's really up until Christmas, is being alone is just not comfortable, right? And that's bottom of the barrel stuff. Next card, 43. Again, the confusion is just hanging there. Not understanding why things are not working out for us. And again, not taking the time to look clearly at the relationship. Not only this one that just passed, but the ones in the past. What is going on here? And they're telling me there is a clear line here all the way through. You know, there's a realization here that's going to be made that's really going to, oh man, you know, it's really going to spur us, one, to change our way forward, to not do it again in the future, and to really see, it's going to be obvious to us what we did and what was done in the relationship, meaning what the partner did to them and that they either let fly, or what they did to the partner. You know, maybe realizing mistake that they just didn't process during the whole relationship. Maybe they went through it, and, you know, and I'm getting a sense this guy's really getting in a zone where his temper's getting the best of him. So it may be something to do with that. Okay. So the Well, feeling like I got nothing left. 34 is the confusion as to why can't I make anything stick? Why isn't anything staying for me? Why can't I have a good relationship, right? Then we have 9, which is the flowers, which is symbolizing a gift, right? It's kind of like giving flowers to a person. Now, I gotta sit here with this. Okay. Yeah, and that's multi-layered, this card, because the universe is going, we have built up karma enough here that we are going to be gifted. But this man is not seeing this in this way. He's just seeing the negative, right? Focusing on the negative. That's kind of the well here. It's like we need to focus on the sun shining through that barrel, because if we don't get our head out of those dark clouds, we're not going to see the gift that's coming forth here, because the universe does have a plan to do that for you. I feel like the single male may come across something here in the future, gifted by the universe, no less, in the form of a relationship partner coming forth. And if we are in a depressive state where cantankerous, all of that, we will not only will we not resonate with the partner, but we won't see it, and the partner won't be attracted to it. So we have to be in a better position in order to see its worth, right? So the next card we got, 38, which is the bridge. And that talks about bridging over obstacles, right? What's the obstacle here? This man's mood. He's pissed off because he's not in a relationship, and that carries. I feel like it's very hard for him to get out of that cantankerous mode. I'm mad at the world because I can't get a love relationship, and we're confused as to why, right? And again, I feel after Christmas he's going to put 2 and 2 together here, and that's about gaining those answers. 38 is really about crossing the bridge to gain the answers, being by himself, thinking a lot about what's going on here. Once he gains those answers, he can fix things, and it's really going to help brighten his day. One, because he's figuring out what he's putting it together. It's like a psychological puzzle, is what I feel like. This man has got a psychological puzzle he's got to put together, and he's just not seeing it until he spends that time alone analyzing, right? And so once he does that and he engages in that, that's the 38 comes forth, and we're bridging over the problems here. We see the problems for all they're worth, and we know how to solve it. We have the tools to solve it, and we go forth in that way. So that's really what's going on there. So positive. I mean, we start out negative, but we're working into a positive zone here. And I feel like he will be motivated to be happy from the inside, because it's him that's figuring it out, right? So as we get into the romance area here, spell all this out. First card, 7 of Swords, which is about betrayal. So this may have been what he had to deal with, okay? Yeah. So there's a sense of not either non-loyalty or secrets and lies. They're going a lot of that. Just non-truths everywhere. Can't trust this other partner, so we can't deal with it. And then the 3, yeah, the Empress, and that is how we were looking at that partner. This was really the epitome of everything that I wanted to have a family with, wanted to settle down. Man, there's a lot of readings like this. It's like, this was the one, this is what I was, there was a lot of esteem put in this woman, or pedestal, right? She was put on a pedestal, and that came crashing down right quick. So the Empress, the epitome of the woman that he wanted, that's what he thought he had. Then we have the 2 of Canes or Wands here. This is interesting because I got a sense when I was laying this card out, it's like there is someone here, like a buddy, that is really knows all the facts here, and he may not have, and he may not spill his personal life in any direction, but there's one person here in particular that he knows of that really has all the details, and I feel like that's the only person that really would know. It's him and this other dude. and it's kind of his sounding board, right, for everything, and he knows what happened. Now I'm going to go on here. The next card I got is Justice in the romance area. So a sense that there will be justice here. And again, we started with that justice in the first line. So I get a sense this man is frustrated that there's, nothing is working out for him. But not only that, why is it that other people can get away with this, right? Talking about partners in the past, I feel like just this last one was really something where he felt was unjustified toward him. This is not right. And why are they getting away with that? He didn't let that pass. But it's like, why do they get away with it the way that they do? Like, that's the sense I'm getting here from this male. It's like, why are they getting away with it? Why do they even try, right? Just not seeing the sense to the betrayal here, the lies and all of that going on. Frustration highly. And then the partner, a buddy partner that is there to hear him out and, kind of a sounding board for all of that. And, we have justice here, but we got to think again, it's blind, right? And I feel like that's kind of the Cancer male too, in a sense, is like, yeah, we were blind to a lot here. And even though I get a sense too that some of this is maybe not long term, but it was frustrating no less, because we had built a path forward, quite a way forward, and it just come crashing down all of a sudden. So we were really blind to the possibility that this person could do that to us. We had no idea till it came down, and I feel like it was a big shock. So nonetheless, that was the situation, right? Now, as we get into the sex side of things here, first card we get is the Knave of Pentacles. Now, the Knave of Pentacles, we start out here, what do they do? Drinking and getting busy with it. So there may have been a situation where we or our partner lost our ability to make decisions while we were drinking. So next, we have the Ace of Swords. Now that could symbolize new directions for the Cancer male, right? The Ace of Swords is really about going and getting what you want in the physical side of things. Okay, I'm getting a lot from this card. Just give me a minute here. Okay. What they're saying is this was the situation here. We have a partner that went away because they were not, they weren't satisfied in the physical arena, okay? And they were wanting to experiment with something. They did, and I'm getting a high sense here, it was very secretive. They did not want to be judged for it. Nonetheless, they went out and did it when they were in a partnership where there was no, they didn't voice this outward, okay? They got, yeah, I'm getting a sense here that we had a situation where we got inebriated and pulled into a situation, and I'm saying pulled very lightly, where we wanted to try something out. Yeah, on the physical side of things. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Now, the next card we get is the Tower, and that is, right, the discovery. So we could have had a situation here was outright cheating, because that's the line we're drawing here. Cheating scenario where we were, loose, an evening of being loose without the partner, or something coming down in that way. Where, and I get the word experimenting, like we're experimenting with something on the physical side of things. The Tower is basically the Cancer male coming in there and going, what the hell is going on here? Like, and I get a sense of just bewilderment, like I can't even believe this. There was no clue, no warning, no nothing. Yet the Tower, right? But on the sexual side here, again, there was no clue here. that this was going down. Nothing. It's almost like we weren't even out of the honeymoon phase before this come in and smashed it out. Okay. Now the last card I get is the Six of Swords. Okay, here we go. So the Six of Swords is about distance within a relationship now. That could be one of many ways, right? We could have our partner could have went away to meet up with this other person physically. Also, we could have had a partner that was distant mentally in the bedroom, meaning, and I get a sense here, if this person was not enjoying themselves, there was no indication for the male. I feel like either they were pretending highly to fake things, or they just were not giving any indication they were unhappy in that way. It was not communicated. In fact, it might have been faked. So a sense here, and they're making me see that sword, and I've never noticed that before, and that is the truth, and it is behind both of them. There was no truth, I feel, on the intimacy of this relationship, had no truth to it. So one, we may not have been talking about, within the relationship, there may not have been any talk of physical stuff. And then two, if there was, we just weren't being honest about any of it, none of it. So a sense here really from the female of just, I don't know if I feel like it might even just be an immaturity of like this person is just kind of, I don't know, footloose and fancy free in a loyalty area. They just do not, don't feel they have to be tied. Didn't know they were tied. I don't know. There's a sense here of just not having any boundaries in that way. Okay. So for whatever reason, that's because they're making me feel here with this card. There was a lot that came out there all at once. Basically, it's like, you can't put any limitations on me, this woman. And not like she says that outward, but it's like, it's an essence of who she is. It's like, you can't stop me from doing anything. And I don't think the Cancer male is trying to stop. I think it's just a conventional way he thought that would be in the relationship. But yet this woman has a very strong presence that I will do as I wish. And, oh, well, like there's no remorse here for that. For some reason, that's what I'm picking up on. And a sense of traveling out of the area where this man is, so that he doesn't know, or a sense of something happening in that way. Now, the one stab in that heart, they're going new. It is about the refreshment, but this woman is quite the chameleon in the bedroom, so we never really would have got a straight answer anyway. We just weren't dealing with reality. It's a sense I'm getting here. The partner that he was with, I guess there's a need for this information. Just really not going to be loyal to anyone. And not only that, they don't know who they are sexually. And this is the phase that they're in. They're taste testing, trying to figure out what titillizes them in that way. And at this point, through that, until they get grounded with that, I feel like they're just in a zone where they're like, I'm free to roam, even when I'm with someone, and the boundaries are very loose here with this one. So for some reason, they needed that info to come across. So and also the drink has a lot to do with it here, right? So know that we may have some sexual hang-ups, issues that this woman is going through and having to flush out of her system, so to speak. That's the immaturity I get here, is that we're not dealing with a full deck physically, if you get my drift. We're really trying to suss things out to a degree that we don't feel during this process we need to be loyal, because they're an experimentation. That's what they keep saying, experimentation. And during this phase, they just feel it's like kindergarten. We have no rules. Just go run, do. Like it's just, That's the sense I'm getting, a very immature way of thinking about it. Um, and it's like, yeah, oh, that doesn't float with you. Okay, bye. Well, move on. And that's kind of, I think, part of the frustration from the Cancer male as well, is like, can't believe that it's just like, okay, next. It's like, what? So yeah, heavy, a lot of, feel like this is sexually rooted. There's a lot of things here this person has to get through. So, yeah, for whatever reason, that information needed to come through. It did. Yeah, just a disloyalty. It's simple as that. Okay. That is the reading. I'm going to go through, I went through horizontally. I'm going to go through vertically and see what comes out here. So we started out with the Cancer male, right? He's 3 of Wands. That's looking forward, looking for your ships to come in. There it is. You can see it in the sunset, but it's like, is it going to get here? And what, like, I'm waiting. That's the sense I get, but it's almost like he's not actively waiting. He's waiting in frustration, like almost like, I deserve better than this. And the universe is going, yes, but we have to line up the partner properly, is what's going on here. Excuse me. There's a sense that there's a partner out there. You, one, have to process this and go through that scenario of figuring out what was done here, what cycle, and putting 2 and 2 together. And we have to line up the partner to be in the right place as well on the other side. Very intricate process of getting people together a certain degree here. Next card, the World. That is the completion of this cycle, because once we discover it, it will disappear for us, right? Cycle of not completing, necessarily completing. We complete it, but we do not process it forward. It's the same thing that's running through most of these readings. We complete it because we end, and it's clear cut what's going on here, but we're not taking that lesson forward, not processing the information. So then we repeat it, right? We don't download it in our heart center. And then, so the World, right? The end of the cycle. 41 is that, well, we're at the bottom of the barrel here and there's nowhere to go but up. So this is the time we're going to take to see things under a different light. This, the sunrise, sunset, whatever, going to see things differently. 7 is the betrayal that made us get to that position, right? And then that's the jealousy we felt and had to deal with once that happened. Clear cut. Next row, the King of Swords. So this is him, the Cancer male, in that state of being totally upset, mad, cantankerous, right? We are pissed off because we are giving and we are not getting, and this is becoming highly frustrating. 7 of Pentacles is all that work that we put in. We labored, we tended, we gave of our heart, and that's the hardest thing, is because we gave our heart and we did not get back anything in that way, right? Then the 43 is the confusion that we're feeling. We give all this stuff and we're not getting back. The 3, the Empress, is the woman that we thought was going to accompany us through this life into marriage, children, and the fence. Amen. And then the Ace of Swords is the direction here of the partner going off in a different way, right? A new direction, sexually, physically going in a different direction as partner. So that's the epitome of that. Okay. And then the next line, we start out with the 2 of Cups, and that was the deep-seated feeling. This man was really dipping into more of a emotional center with this one. Feel like there was a progression of him moving into a zone here where he was giving more, feeling more, wanting more. 7 of Cups is, the confusion that it created. Why did I feel all of that if it was just to bust apart, right? That's the sense I'm getting. And the 9 is there to say, just hold on, buddy, because the universe is going, we're going to reward you here because for good behavior, right? You have done good and you have given your heart. and we just have to give it some time to line up properly. Two of Wands is about the buddy that he has, and it may be through this buddy that you meet, okay, the partner here, because I feel like there's more of a greater significance here to this buddy. Maybe he introduces you to something better, or maybe it's just how you guys talking back and forth and divulging all of these things, these secrets, that you kind of end up putting the twos together, right? Putting everything together and making sense of everything, pinging it off someone else. And then the Six of Swords is about the distance that was there, and they're going, there was distance, though it was highly veiled. This person was highly trying to cover it up. They were not connecting on all levels, but they have very good barometer for like detection. Like, they are not going to go detected. You know, they have the surprise factor here was high, because this woman was really playing a game with the emotions, trying to fake them, really, is what it is, right? Sadly, that's the case. Now, the last line, we have the Justice. What happens here? So the universe is going, we will have justice for this situation, and there's, you know, not that we should really worry about them and their path forward. We just need to let that go. But the Page of Wands is about the contemplation here. We need to really think, sit and think and contemplate what the cycle is, because once we figure out that cycle, we can take it forward and not have it happen for us again. And 38 is the bridge. That's what we need to figure out. That's how we get over this hump here of going through these cycles, right? When we realize it, we sit and think, we realize it, then we can bridge over top of it, and we'll never have to deal with that particular situation again. And then the Justice again. Look at that, two Justice. Don't worry, we will get justice here, and you will be paid back royally for this. Bookending the whole thing about the struggles and the thought process, very highly tuned to this man getting forward properly, sitting and thinking. It's going to solve it. And then the Knave of Pentacles is just the drink that, you know, why is this? They're going, if we are on this side of it and taking a break from it, that would be a good plan as well, because this adds to the confusion process. It adds to the blindness that we're feeling. So if we're kind of weekend partiers and whatnot, and we don't have a partner, if we stay away from the drink here, that'll help with the thought process and figuring it all out, right? Just trying to tune in because I'm feeling like the partner. And they're going, man, it's 50-50. This guy can tune in or tune out of the drink, but this is when it all goes down, really. It's what they're saying, you know, and we're in that mode. Just all goes down. One, our temper flares and we get hyper vigilant with the jealousy, because they're going, that is an issue for this man as well, is jealousy. Now, it was valid. There's no two ways. There's situation here it was just hopped right into. But nonetheless, when we get drinking, there's a situation there. So I'm not here to preach, but they're going, it needs to be said. So that is that. Okay, so that is the reading for the Cancer male single. It got jumbled. My audio got jumbled, so I'm just shifting it out now. I'm from Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. Check us out there. I do weekly readings there in between my seasonals on YouTube. I'm planning to come outward and do a live night on YouTube where I do just open free readings. So I don't know when I'm going to do that, but if you join the page, it'll be highlighted as to when that is. Or, you know, if you subscribe, then you'll get notified when I'm online. But nonetheless, take care. That is for the winter of 2018 into 2019. So for the Cancer male, I will be coming in later in the week here. I'm going to be doing Capricorn and Sagittarius and I have 4. I do female and male. I do single and couple. So that's 4 per sign. So I'll be shooting those off during the week here. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow? It's Thursday. So tomorrow is my live night on Facebook. So if you're in there, join in. I have that live night tomorrow night at 8:30, and the rest of the week, yeah, I'll be shooting it out whenever I have a spare moment. So I'll be filtering these in the next week or so. So take care, have fun, be kind, and I'll catch you around whenever I'm on here in the next week or so. And if not, head into the Infinity Room and you'll get weekly readings for masculine and feminine and a lot more stuff once I get these videos out. So take care, have fun.